Hey, I'm back. I had to get me some tea and water.
Yeah.
Start my day. That's right. So I wanted to share something with you.
Yeah.
I I do Tai Chi. I'm in this Tai Chi group. And last week we were talking about, our meditation and things like that. And this young lady, she is actually in India. Um, she shared
Oh, it's
that
virtual, huh?
she, yes, virtual, that she had this experience the night before where she kept feeling someone or something touch her.
Mm-hmm.
And she kept getting up because she didn't know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And you came to mind because I remember when you were talking about the experience that you had. And she said that it was like, it was so vivid, that this was happening and someone kept talking to her. And she had the night before, she said she had a really deep meditation. And she said, but in her sleep, during her sleep, like this just kept happening. She just kept feeling somebody touch her. And so I told her I was going to share that with you because I remember you know having like a similar experience.
Mine was
So
very different than that, but it was in the same realm of activity for sure.
of activity.
But
Did
mine
you ever
it was like
explore
a
it
lightning
further?
bolt. I've heard of a bunch of stuff like that happening though.
Mm-hmm.
It could be a bunch of different. It could be a visitor, like an ancestor, or um, an admirer that happens to be an astral project, someone that can leave their body when
Mm-hmm.
they lay down. They can like at will have an outer body experience, and they're just visiting. It could be something like that where it's a visitor. It could be um, a parallel sort of future self coming with some sort of trying to get a message through. It could be a bunch of different things. It could be things that I haven't heard of. I don't want to claim
Yeah, it was just
authority over
I
it.
it was just so, when she was talking about it, it just sounds similar um to your experience you shared with us a couple of weeks ago. So I just wanted to
Yeah.
share that with you.
No, that's yeah, that's I wish that was what happened to me. I wish that cuz my thing was I was sitting and I sort of found myself in this very high vibrational state where everything was vibrating very intensely, but it wasn't physical cuz my body wasn't shaking, my face wasn't shaking. It was most intense in this sort of region of you can kind of feel where things are happening. It was through the whole body, but it was most intense at the top, which is why I think it was something trying to force my third eye open or release all of the chemicals out of the my pineal gland, which is very much calcified because of all the milk and meat and stuff that I was eating as a youngster. And so third eye, and I found myself while this vibration and stuff was going on, sort of at this crossing point, at this threshold of some kind, at this line in the sand. And when I went to go cross that line in the sand, lightning bolt with actual physical pain. It was like ouch. And then so that kind of woke me up. I was awake. Obviously, I was very awake, but woke me up in terms of like coming back into the regular feeling of my body, and the pain went away in about 15 seconds or so. And then um after sort of being like very surprised for a moment, I went back, did it again, and same thing, lightning bolt, and it wouldn't let me through, you could say, or I'm not sure about the proper wording for it, but
Mm.
um, it was kind of like it wouldn't let me cross the line or enter, go past the door. That's the metaphor I was using.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his
Yeah,
dad.
that's
I
a
don't
lot
know what's on
deeper.
the other side of that door.
Good morning.
Well, morning.
Hey, haircut. I think.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Queenie. Oh, look at your hair.
Mm.
Let's see now. How do I get my view right?
We see you.
I, I know, but I only see one person. Let me
Oh,
get it.
oh, swipe right, left, swipe left.
There you go. Okay.
All right, gang's all here.
Lisa, you got the blue memo. I mean, Judy, you got the blue memo.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's
I'm in
Blue Day
there.
today. Today is the beginning of boot camp. Are you doing black? You doing Girl Trek boot camp?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that's why you had the blue
Yeah, I come prepared.
Perpetrating.
That's it. That's it. Uh,
Hmm.
oh, excuse me 1 minute. I have to go get Precious banana because she's staring me down. I'm sitting here drinking tea, and normally I drink tea and eat a banana. And she's like, "Where's the banana?" Because we share the banana.
Okay.
Right
Oh, how nice.
back.
No problem. I'm gonna refill my water.
It's the little things that make her happy.
Yeah, dogs are like that.
Next time you come over, you have to bring her.
Oh, definitely. She would love that.
Yeah, we're dog friendly.
You
Oh,
saw that
and she
backyard.
loves visiting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
she definitely loves it.
Okay. Queenie, you there? Everybody here? Everybody?
Yep.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you all for coming.
Okay.
Welcome back to Friday morning meditation of the heart. You know, speaking, me and Judy were speaking about she in her Tai Chi class. There's a woman that comes to class that's from India that had an experience where it was at night. She wasn't like in meditation, I don't think, but she was at night and she was sleeping or trying to go to sleep or waking up, one of the two. And something kept touching her, and she would like wake up, probably look for it, as that's what I imagine I would do.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up, look for it, no, nothing's there, and go back. Wake up, look for it, nothing's there, and go back and get touched. And so Judy said that remind when she was and what happened before that happened was she had a unique experience while meditating. And so these two things, they might be linked in the story. They might be linked somehow, that with our limited color spectrum and we can't see how they're linked. But there may be a feeling, obviously she's not here to tell us the whole story, but there may be a feeling that there's a link between the unique experience while meditating and then this totally new and kind of bizarre experience of someone touching her that's not there. Um, was she scared, or was it just a neutral kind of curiosity kind of?
She said she wasn't scared. She was just startled when she first felt it in. And I think that she said that it wasn't really a touch. It was like like something.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like she
But it was
physically
like a
felt them. It's
someone.
like someone was there or
Okay.
something was there trying to get her attention. But she said it didn't scare her. She was just, amazed that this was
Yeah.
happening, more or less.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So right. So wasn't fear, just this sort of presence. And and so since that may be linked to the meditation experience, Judy was reminded of the experience that I had about that you guys when you guys got here. I was touching on where I was sitting and then suddenly I had, I guess, gone so gone so deep, I guess, that it felt, all of these things started happening. With I heard a loud, very high pitched tone and body. Well, my non physical bodies started vibrating very fast, and then I felt like I was getting ready to sort of cross over into something, and then I got shocked, and I was not allowed through. You know, whether that was from myself to myself or from someone else or something else not letting me through, I don't know. I wasn't, again, with my limited color spectrum and sound spectrum and feeling spectrum, wasn't able to tell. Last night I had a weird experience. Just last night, and it wasn't with meditation at first, although I turned it into a meditation of sorts. Um, but before I get to last night, I'll say that Tensi and I have been getting more and more vigilant about the non personal nature of the self, meaning the is getting to sort of training the mind to accept the truth that I'm not real and no one is, and still enjoy the story of I am Mingo and I'm having this sort of life story. Still enjoy it and still live the life and do things, but also in the background be at peace with the truth, which is that all of this is sort of given. I'm not anything that I can perceive. I'm not my body. I'm not my thoughts. They just given. They show up on their own, um, and are created by the real me, which is creating everything simultaneously. It's not personal. It's beyond universal. So that truth, right? Getting more and more vigilant or serious about that truth. And so last night, what happened to me, what happened to my body and mind, was so intense and yet so hard to put into words. But I'm going to try anyway because that's my favorite thing to do. I first I was sleeping soundly and I woke up and had to use the restroom. So I woke up, went and used the restroom, came back, and when I laid down to go back to sleep, I still remembered the dream I was having. It was fuzzy memory, but I still kind of remember the dream I was having. I remember laying down, going back to sleep, sort of inviting that dream to come back because it was, it was pretty cool or it was nice or whatever. And then it occurred to me, um, just some of the pointings that I know of that how to it's like I said, sometimes some of the things are hard to put into words. Like I remembered that I'm not real in a way that is not so cookie cutter, fake sounding, superficial sounding. I remembered to just sort of be and just observe. And what came over my body, in my chest, in like my tummy area, not the stomach as in the organ, the stomach, but the whole, you know how you call the whole thing your stomach, my core, and some in my hips a little bit as well, and always right behind my eyes and right here. What came over some of these areas of my body that vibrated throughout my whole body was the most intense, weird feeling that I've ever experienced. Um, and I'm like, my my nervous system, or my bodily response to it was to kind of try to get rid of it because I was trying to go back to sleep, right? And it's very intense. So I try to sort of get in the most comfortable position. So I'm like tossing, turning, trying to find the most comfort, and it's not going away. It's not budging, no matter what. End up in the fetal position because that felt right. I guess it wasn't pain, so I didn't need the fetal position to like breathe, or I was breathing fine. It wasn't pain. It wasn't taking my breath away. Like I said, it wasn't pressure, like a pressure in my body. Just a weird high intensity feeling that was not going away, um and the and the truth, right? And the truth. And I naturally sort of just I stayed with the truth. I stayed with the invitation to see things from my true place, right? To go beyond what I'm seeing with my attention to where am I seeing from? Where am I meing from? Where am I eyeing from? And just go there and stay there. And with all this intensity, doesn't matter. Luckily, this is not pain. Just try to go. Now, this was very difficult because all the intensity, you're used to reacting. But I was trying to not let myself react because you can only react personally. You can't react universally. There's no reaction in the universe except for the sort of abstract concept of every action has an equal opposite reaction, but that's different. Reaction in this way is personal. So it's hard to not react when something so intense is like in your whole being. And I thought I was, not gonna be able to go to sleep, but eventually I fell back asleep somehow. With this intense feeling was still going. It had to still be going on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it stopped the moment I went to sleep or something, but very intense feeling for a while, tossing, turning, fetal this way, fetal that way, whatever. Intense, intense, intense. Can't put a name to it. It was not pleasure. It was not pain. It was not. It was weird. And then I wake up. My alarm goes off for set up the computer for meditation, and I feel good. I feel pleasant in my body. So I feel pleasant right now. Like not just neutral. I feel pleasant in my body right now. I don't know what that was. I do not invite it back, although I wouldn't mind too much, because again, it's not. It's just so. Hopefully, it doesn't happen if I'm like driving or something, right? But yeah. So that bizarre, 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 bizarre. And then Judy talks about this, this lady in India who has this experience that reminded her of my other experience. That was also very bizarre. Although I had heard of stuff like my experience, minus the pain, and I had heard of stuff like the lady's experience from India before. I don't know what this was. This was not meditate. I was going back to sleep, and then I sort of turned it into, because it just came over me, and then I just kind of turned it into it because it felt like the right thing to do, to not react, and to be meditative about it, and accepting, and all of those things. So what does this mean for me? Well, it means that um, first of all, I mean, with this experience and a few others, there's just it's becoming more and more clear to me that what will happen will happen. Try as you may to stop it. What will not happen shall not happen. Try as you may to make it happen. Um, Not in the sense of like, something, some kind of bad news. Just in reality, everything that happens is given from a higher order, a much higher order of intelligence than anyone can comprehend. Whatever is to be is now, and now was not created by me as a person. Now is given. Everything about it. The fact that I feel pleasant in my body, the fact that other people feel other ways in theirs, the fact that I am me and I have this sort of memory of my life, all of this is given. I'm not creating it. I don't know how to create it or me or anything like that. As I said in the video that we released, who turns the dream off and turns on the waking state? You don't have any concept of time when you're in deep sleep. Who turns on the waking state? How does it get here? It's given. At the end, I say you're creating it, but I say not you as a person. You as in the divine presence that you can never be separate from is creating it spontaneously, presumably because it wants to. That language doesn't fit, but please just bear with the language. Because it wants to. There's no such thing as the past. It's all memory, and memory happens now. It doesn't happen in the past. It happens now. No such thing as the future. Prediction and prognostication happens now. It's all in now, and now is not created by a person. It's not created by an earthling. Again, please bear with the language. It's created by the universe itself, or the universal self. And this clarity is also given. I did not practice this clarity. In a way I did, but also I didn't. It was given. The whole story of it is all given, is all divine, and is all beautiful. So what I wish for and pray for with all of this is that my works, my personal works and path allow for such clarity to reach the hearts of many, many, many other people, including you all and other people that I have yet to meet and stuff. There's just um, there's so much um, power in letting go of controlling your story and controlling your uh, self. Well, self control is a virtue, but like controlling yourself, like you have to always feel this, and you have to never feel that, and you have to always do the right thing. You have to never make mistakes. That kind of controlling yourself. There's so much power in letting all of that shit go and being free of it experientially, being just free of that tendency and that belief system. So that's uh that's sort of my hope and wish for that, is that my works, from these meditations to the membership stuff to the coaching program to whatever we end up doing in the future, leads to a level of clarity in those that come in contact with me personally. And I guess my question to you all is, even if just for today, what's your hope and wish for the world? Nice and open question. Even if just for today, what's your wish? What's your prayer, hope? Insert your favorite word there. What's your prayer for the world? Or for this moment?
So for me, it would be just more peace and love and less pain. Um, because not to say that things make you happy, but some of us are blessed to have uh, warm homes to live in, uh, food to eat, clothes to wear, and transportation, things that we don't have to concern ourselves about. And then there's so many people that don't have those things, that don't have a place to live, or don't know where their next meal might come from, and uh, that are, I don't know if they're suffering, but it appears to me that they're struggling. So
Mm-hmm.
I just wish for caring for more people that are less fortunate or less blessed, not less blessed, but
Mm-hmm.
don't have just the basic needs
Mm-hmm.
to survive.
Ashe. Oh, Queenie in the chat writes, her wish or hope or prayer for the moment is that what is meant for her remains, and what is not is let go peacefully.
I love that. Love that.
Ashe.
think for me is not just the world, but also for me, is just to reach a place of peace within myself and, just to see that same peace come over people in the world so that there's not so much struggling, there's not so much stress. Just being able to accept everyone, whoever you are, wherever you are, just being able to have that acceptance and first of yourself.
Yeah.
Um, I remember when you guys started the Freedom Tribe, and I was sitting with Tensi one day and trying to drag out my feelings and thoughts, and it was the most painful experience I had ever experienced in my life. And I think that's why I was like, let me back up. But, going back over some of the tapes that you guys recorded, going back over them, I realized how important it is for us, as people, the world, to be able to just reach down deep inside of you and find, pick those things out, take pick yourself apart to understand who you are so that you can give it to other people. And that's my prayer today for the world, to just people just be able to like dig deep inside and um find that whatever it is inside that you could spread to other people that would make this place a better place to be.
Ashe.
Bless. For me, even if just for today and every day, my prayer, my wish for the world is to remember its enoughness. To remember its enoughness. However, we are is already divine and already enough, and nothing can take that away. No thought, no emotion, no circumstance. And to just remember its enoughness. Yeah, that part. Because when we remember that,
Mm-hmm.
then life is more consciously welcome.
Right.
Because I mean, everyone goes through different cycles and challenges, but to remember the enoughness of you and others is brings peace.
Ashe. Beautiful. All right. I invite you guys to find the most comfortable seated position that you can. We'll begin like we always do with a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth together on the count of 3. I'm going to breathe in peace. breathe out the mind through the mouth. One, two, three. In with peace. And out. Welcome to this moment, everyone. What is this moment? If not peace, emptiness, potential, grace, and presence. What is this moment? If not divine, love, if not pure, what is it? What is now, here, me, world, stillness, silence, particles and waves, stuff and space. What is this moment? In this moment, you are free. Free to be, free from being someone or something, free as freedom itself. Unmanifest potential. Awareness. There is no next, no past, no things, no limits, no no actions. There is experience, but no experiencer. No doer, no thinker, though there may be thoughts. There is creation. Creativity and exploration of feeling. And also transcendence. A loving embrace from beyond feeling. Be aware. Be. Relax. Allowing the various nature sounds to be heard as they come. Allowing my voice to be heard as it comes. Don't be a container for concepts and words. There's nothing to write down, nothing to keep. Nothing to practice. Nothing to become. Nothing to try. nothing to think about. For life in its full glory was already present before we began, and will continue when the meditation comes to an end. You are not living a life. You are life as such. You are not becoming still or making yourself still. Stillness was already a possibility or potential within yourself. Healing was already a potential within yourself. Same as love, acceptance, and peace. In this way, meditation does not leave you when you get up from your seat. It is a potential within yourself, even when you are talking, walking, thinking, and doing. Be aware of the space between what you really are and your self-image. Whatever you perceive cannot be you. For you are here to perceive it. Whatever your senses pick up, whatever your inner environment floats to the surface, you are here to witness. Its coming, its play, and its going. Some appearances only last a few seconds. Other appearances last a while. No appearance is permanent. And you, who are eternal, are not an appearance. Be aware of this and simply remain as you are. Grace itself has given this moment. Through you. It is life itself which is witnessing life as centered on your being. This is so clear, it may be hard to see, like well-cleaned glass. Yet the truth is not hidden from anyone. So if you don't hide from truth, you will merge in it effortlessly. In just a moment, we will take our final deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth together. Breathing in peace, breathing out the mind. And in that moment, I invite you not to think the truth has gone anywhere, not to think stillness has left you. For what you are is always at peace, in love, and still. Scripture says, "Be still and know." So on the count of 3, we will breathe in peace through the nose, breathe out the mind through the mouth. 1, 2, 3. In with peace. And out. You may open your eyes. Welcome to this moment, everyone.
I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds painful.
No, what? You never been to a chiropractor?
Yes, but I just remember the little instrument, the little click, 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 click. No cracking. No
Oh,
cracking.
okay. You didn't go to the right one.
Okay.
um, yeah. Now, when chiropractor starts working on you and aligns your spine and stuff, crack, 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 crickety crack, and it feels amazing. Ask Tensi. Tensi cracks as much as I do. Mine are a little louder sometimes, but
Well, my mom's a well, she used to practice as a chiropractor, so she would adjust us all the time.
Nice.
So she taught us some intuitive self-adjustment stuff.
so how was it today? What did it bring or open?
My mind was a little jumpy. I was I was thinking about my response and everyone else's, which were just phenomenal. And I was thinking that I seem to have this desire or need, or I don't know what it is, to carry burdens that I don't have to.
Okay.
Like
You're not alone in that for sure.
I'm not, I'm not God. So it seems like some feelings I just have them deeper than I want to have them. Like when it's real cold, I feel some kind of way about homeless people. It's just like,
Mm,
it just like gets me,
yeah.
and I, although in my freedom decree, one of the things I talked about was the fact that I put others before myself, and then feel resentful about it. And so
Okay.
I was thinking about what Judy was saying about, just really going inside, and I don't know that I've gone inside enough to just kind of pick myself apart to get to
Mm-hmm.
the core or the essence. Um, but that's kind of, those are some of the things I was thinking about all of you all's responses, which I thought was just really phenomenal.
Yeah.
Um,
May I say, you're
yes,
speaking with a lot of clarity right now. Do you feel very clear? There's like a lot of sometimes when you feel like your mind was jumpy in meditation, you don't really want to talk about it like that, and it comes out in like tone and certain things. You could just tell. Right now you're very clear. Do you feel that? Do you notice it, or is it just happening? Sorry to
yeah.
interrupt, but
No,
I'm
no, 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 no,
noticing
no.
it.
I do feel it. Um,
So that's
I'm
fun.
just trying to get
Yeah.
to that point of
Mm-hmm.
just being enough. Like Teresa said, just I'm enough.
Yeah, in your
I
in your
am enough.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, what do you have to do to get there?
Think I have to be more honest with myself.
Okay, that's a great start. I won't even say
Be
anything
more
else.
honest with myself.
Wonderful. Well, you have a plan, so work the plan, and it's gonna work out.
But this was wonderful. It's just always wonderful just being in this space with you all. It just really is.
Yeah,
And
going
I've
in the chat.
been a
I'm sorry.
little been a little absent. I had a really really bad UTI, and because I keep having these problems with my sinuses, and I think with the antibiotics, that may have contributed. But this was like a horrible thing with passing blood and everything, and then I tested positive for COVID, and so I had to go in isolation, and but then on Sunday, Keith and I went and retested, and we're good. I didn't have the symptoms, but I tested. We were supposed to go on a trip to LA, and we had to cancel it because of the test results.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel I've been going outside and doing stuff in the yard, and I'm so excited that spring is springing, and to
Yeah.
be able to just get out there and do stuff and plant some stuff, and
The positive result might have come from the vaccine. Since it's in your system, it might have just came up on the test. If you had no symptoms at all, I mean, it's not like you can be sick without symptoms. When you're sick, you're sick. That's
You can be sick without symptoms, but you know,
you can have an illness in what we call illness in your body, but you're not sick unless you're sick, is what I'm saying. The there's I think it's weird, and this is a little off topic, but I think it's weird that the news and sort of the rhetoric right now is that you can be sick and be asymptomatic. You're not sick if you're not sick. It doesn't make sense. But yeah, you can have something that your body is equipped to flush out and get rid of, and it doesn't make you sick. We all have a whole lot of bad bacteria. We have every human being has worms. Every human being has stuff in your body is not just, red blood cells, T cells, and muscle cells. There's a lot going on in every body, right? Every physical body, including if I took stuff that's inside of me and put it in someone else, then their body will react differently to it. But that doesn't mean that since it's in me, I'm sick. It just means that that combination of activities is in my body. That's all it means.
It
So
seems like since I moved back to Delaware, my sinuses just bother me a lot. And so I have an appointment to get a CT, and then an appointment with Dr. Coper, an ENT, um, here in Delaware to just see if I have any polyps or, if something's going on in there. Judy, do you recall whether or not your sinuses give you problems since you've been living in Delaware?
Well, it's funny because before moving to Delaware, I always had issues with my sinuses. Every season change, I had issues. Moving to Delaware, I don't. But my husband, who was always allergy free, now is allergic to almost everything that flies around the universe. Like and it's so strange because now he has allergies. He's allergic to everything, dust, grass, you name it. He's allergic to it.
Mm,
So yeah, but for me, I'm fine.
better. Yeah.
I don't have the only problem I have is in the wintertime, the air is dry. So, I have to, keep the humidifier on. And sometimes I just put a pot of water over the vent, and that helps to give me some breathing space. But it's just funny, since I've been here, I have not had that issue. So I don't know.
it was the opposite.
But on another note, I just wanted to say, Jackie, I'm praying for you. I know what it feels like to go through a lot of different health issues all at once. And I'm just gonna keep you in my deep, deep prayer that, you can come back to Jackie and not let all of those issues, encompass your spirit. Um,
Thank you.
I just wanted to let you know that, because I know, sometimes, with all of the health and the mental, the physical, the emotional, the spiritual, they all come together and they cause us a lot of pain sometimes. And I'm just looking for you to find that space where it doesn't cause you that discomfort.
Ashe.
Yes.
And Queenie in the chat also wrote, "That was beautiful, Jackie. Very beautiful. Keep me calm. Kept me calm during an inner storm. Thank you."
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I used to have really bad allergies for the majority of my life, no matter where I traveled to or went. And so one thing that I noticed is whenever I got dehydrated, they worsened, and like no matter where I went, traveling, visiting people, going to other countries, it would just be there. Until I started really being mindful with my level of hydration. So that will be something that's very key, because especially in the sinuses, that's simple inflammation. And inflammation often happens when we're dehydrated in the form of so many different things. So, yeah, listen to your body, honor your body, and stay hydrated in these streets. Okay, stay hydrated
Because
in these.
that's been a problem. I have not been
Bzz,
drinking
bzz, bzz.
the
Yeah,
amount
right.
the minimum amount that I should be drinking a day of water. So I'm trying to do better. I'm getting bigger bottles.
Bigger bottles is actually a good strategy.
Put something in there that you like. Throw a piece of lemon or a piece of pineapple. Sometimes I have to do that because I don't really like water all the time. I just cut
Yep.
a piece of pineapple and throw it in there. I love pineapple,
That
so it
raises the
makes me drink
pH
more.
too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've got a fresh one in there that I need to cut.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
There you
coconut
go.
water too. Like say, if you like coconut water that doesn't have sugar added to it is super good. Like, and it also helps replenish the electrolytes and minerals and things as well. So
How's Big Slice?
What'd you say?
How is Big Slice doing?
Oh, he's his neck is still giving him problems, but so he's scheduled to have an MRI
Okay.
of his neck, but he has to couldn't get an appointment until May because of the pacemaker and the defibrillator because they have to turn it off in order for him to get that done. So at least they'll be able to see, what the if it's muscular or if it's in the spine, and then begin some treatment. So he's he's humorous about it. Like last night, he said my neck is winning, meaning the pain was so. He's like my neck is winning, so he
Mm.
had to he would just lie down and stuff. But he try to make jokes about it. Sometimes it's worse than others, but hopefully things will get better.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make sure I tell him that you ask for him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But continue prayers and blessings for everybody. I have my duty calls over here. Love
Love
you
you, Judy.
guys. All right.
love
And I'll see you
you.
soon.
See
See
you.
All
you
right.
soon. Okay.
All right.
It's good, good. Queenie, I pray your sun shines through your inner storm. From the inside out, not from the outside in. Your inner sun, which is deeper than the storm, shines through those clouds.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day and a good weekend. Thank you
You
so much.
too. You
All
too.
right. Peace.
Peace.